Hello, how's it going? Uh, we're working on some more sound design today, as we are almost every stream. Let me readjust my mic a little bit. Um, Still working in Reaper. We're gonna be finishing up some more stuff. I almost said finishing up just completely, which absolutely no way we're finishing this redesign today. But no, we're working on the Genshin Impact redesign a little bit more. Um, Still working in Reaper for this, which I've come to realize is both kind of awesome and kind of annoying because I've spent like for perspective, I've spent the last 3 years, I think, working in Ableton. Uh and it's been just about the only DAW I've used. I used Studio One for like a few months because it was the only DAW that I had and it was free. But when I started using it, I was like, this is weird. I don't really like using it. And I only used it for music. I never used it for sound design. Um, I only started doing sound design once I got Ableton, and I was starting to get asked to make sound effects at um, game jams, stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I'd pretty much been using Ableton for about 3 years, and only Ableton for 3 years. I'd never, I mean, I'd used like Pro Tools and stuff, but I'm readjusting my mic stand again. Okay, that should be a bit better. Um, no, yeah, I'd used Kai with the hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate with some tea because my water is empty at the moment. It's got nothing in it. So tea is technically water. It's just like leaf water. Okay. Um, and plus my tea is like cold enough now, so it's basically water. Good mug as well. Thank you. Yeah, it's my Murloc mug. I shouldn't be holding it so close to my computer, but um, it's got a little tooth on it. Uh, yeah, it's a Murloc from World of Warcraft. I have another one. It's in my other room, or not my other room, but the other room. Um, it's blue instead of green. I liked the green one a little bit more, so I used it more often. It's huge as well. Like it's a huge mug, so it holds a lot of tea, which is fantastic. It kind of dilutes it a bit, but I kind of prefer that. Um, but yeah, I have another one of these that's blue. It's also great. But me and a bunch of friends actually we all just bought the mugs. There were four of them. There was a white one, a pink one. I think there was a pink one. Or no, I think the mugs there was just three. I think there was just a white one, a blue one, and a. Oh no, there's a red one. I think there was a red one. So there's a red, green, blue, and white. And then there were also these stuffed animals. Let me grab one because I have my Lurkey, or I think is what he's called. Yeah, this fella right here. I shouldn't hold him by the head. It's kind of weird. This little guy. If I can get him on the frame. Yeah, look at him. He's great. Over by my TV. But with those, there was also four of them, and there was a white, a pink, a green, and a red one, I think, for those. And so me and three other friends, we all bought the whole set and each took one. Um, Either way, that was a tangent. I'm just killing a little bit of time so people can hop in. What was I on? What was I talking about? Ableton, Reaper. Yeah, so I've come to sort of realize, having used Reaper for like a few weeks now, I'm just really slow at it. I can still do the things that I could in Ableton for the most part, not as quickly and easily. Um, because I did a lot of resampling. I found out where I would take the input of just the mastered track and then print to it. Which I'm thinking maybe I just have a track that does that now, like a print track. Hmm, maybe I'll see. I'll figure it out. But um, in Ableton, I did a lot of resampling, and this I would love to do a lot of resampling as well, but it's hard. It's hard. Well, it's not hard. It's not just like click click, you're done. Um, you have to like just do a send and then record the output of a track, and then it took me a minute to get that one down, but um, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because the curse part is that I take a lot longer to do things, but the blessing is that because I'm taking a lot longer to do things, I'm a bit more. I want to be more um purposeful with my choices and kind of separate things out a bit more. So I'm only designing sounds, or I'm only creating source material, or I'm only mixing things and really separating things out instead of doing everything at once. My brain kind of likes doing everything at once, so I still kind of prefer Ableton at the moment, but I do like that Reaper doesn't make my computer explode. So that's always fun. Same with Logic for me. I also did MIDI in Reaper for the first time, and oh boy, yeah, I'm not even messing with MIDI. I tried using the MIDI keyboard, which I think is Command B, Option B. Yeah, Option B. I tried using this, and I just had no idea how to use it. Like I know I can hit the keys like that, but yeah, it didn't work. I have a keyboard now next to me over here. You can see, very nice. Um, it's mostly covered up by me talking like this, but this is brand new. It's very nice. One of the Native Instruments ones, and I'm gonna use that if I ever have to use MIDI in in Reaper. If I'm ever like using a synth to make noises or whatever, I'm just gonna use this. It's gonna be a lot easier. So, anyways, the redesign. So I worked on this a little bit yesterday and some other day as well. Um, I don't know why this is like that. So make a new version of the project file. Command Option S. It is. That's so weird. We're on 4. Okay. So I pretty much just redid this whole sound that we did last time. This like rock thing coming out of the ground because I assumed that it was flying in from above. So I redid it with the intention of it coming from underground. And then it sounded really bad. So I redid it again. And this is like the third version of how this came out. And I kind of like that more. I've also got those little like rings in there. Which was a little bit of some Valhalla shimmer and some frequency shifting um, that I printed out. And well, I printed out the Valhalla shimmer and then frequency shifted that. But I can walk through what I did really fast for this pillar coming down or coming out of the ground. So at this top here, or at the top here, there's a couple kick drums. So there's this like boomy long one. There's this short one that has more of a transient to it, more thuddy. There's some white noise, just to really accent the like ground breaking kind of sound. Just to really create a good transient for it. That's some pasta, I believe. It's cracked. Like I was taking some pasta shells and I just right in my hand. I don't recommend doing that unless you have gloves. I didn't, and it really hurt. Like pasta is sharp when it breaks. It's not like glass, but it's pretty darn close. Um, so if you're ever recording pasta and breaking it, like shells, not like spaghetti. Spaghetti you can just do that to it, but like pasta shells, like jumbo shells or whatever, wear some gloves. It'll be such an easier time. But there's that. There's some more pasta here. What else? There's this, which is some wood snapping. This I pulled from Freesound. I've just had it in my library for a while, but it's this, I believe, or no, it's that sound. But I just cut it off at here, and then I think I distorted it. Maybe. Oh no, I just left it the way it was. Made it mono though. That adds a really nice actual like crack to it coming out of the ground. It added so much. Like if I mute it, feels a little dull, and if I unmute it, really feels like punching through the ground. It's really nice actually. I know it's clipping on the track, but not clipping on the folder, so I'm okay with that. Let's see, what is this? That's more pasta that I'm treating as like rubble pretty much, to fill out the rest of the like rocks and stuff down here. There's a firework explosion that I heavily distorted, just to sort of emphasize it exploding out of the ground. It's a little buried in the mix. It's like if I unmute it, it really just adds some mid-frequency content to make it feel a bit more like a full, like explosive kind of thing coming out of the ground. That was the process in my mind, was to have this feel really like sudden and explosive. I have these little rock moving noises, just so it's like the pillars kind of scraping against the tile and whatnot as it shoots out of the ground, other rocks underground, stuff like that. You can't really hear them anymore, unfortunately. If I solo these, or if I mute them, hold on. If I mute these tracks, and then I unmute them, you can't hear them too well. Maybe we scooch them forward a bit. Scooch them back. Kind of like that. Maybe. Kind of like that, actually. I'm going to make them a little quieter. But I like that. So now they're acting more as something in conjunction with this whoosh. So it does feel like it's actually coming out of the ground. I'm a bit more it's a bit more diegetic, I guess. If diegetic an adjective? Diegetic. To noun. Or that's diegesis? Diegesis? The diegetic would then be an adjective. Yeah, it says derivatives diegetic is an adjective. Awesome. Look at that. Big brain. I got a big noggin. Okay. I've got these knives that I like clanged together that I've recorded like a year or two ago, but I ran that through some reverb and a little bit of double lock, I believe. Yeah, double lock EQ'd out a lot of the lows and the low mids because it was just room noise at that point with double lock bringing all that out. Some little plate for some reverb, and then a little bit of frequency shifting to bring it down a little, almost in kind of in pitch, but to make it feel a little bit more like an anvil than a knife, just to give it more weight, kind of. And then I made it mono. So the reverb adds more of a magic-y kind of element to it. And then this is the same thing, but just pitched down a bit. The actual source recording is pitched down. And so together, it turns out pretty all right. I mainly just want that like ping kind of noise to like accent the transients, more of it coming out of the ground. And it is sort of like a metallic looking pillar. Uh, and also it's just a sound that like pierces through the mix really nicely. Um, Same thing with this little ringing noise. Whoops, I don't want to split items. So this is more of this Valhalla shimmer that I ran like an anime kind of explosion through. I think I ran this sound. So I ran that through shimmer and frequency shifted that. Did not mean to play that. um, but then this is frequency shifted like up a bit, has some more reverb on it and some compression. How the heck did you make the anime sound? Reverb and frequency shifting, and then you just play with the frequency shifter, and then you can do pretty much whatever you want after that. And you can use whatever source recordings you want as well. I think for this anime explosion, I used I probably like thinking about it. I probably used this sound, or yeah, I probably used this where I just kicked a dumpster. Um, and I ran that through a reverb, then some frequency shifting, and then probably some distortion or something, and then just like just messed with the frequency shifter, and the tail like rising was just me slowly like moving the frequency shifting up a bit. But it came out rather nice. I used that sound a lot. Yeah, this one I use a lot. And this one I also use quite a bit. But yeah, that like rising noise is just me slowly scooching the frequency shifting up a bit. This is me rotating a knob. I guess the other way would be like that to turn it up for you guys because camera's reversed. You get the point. You get the point. I'm just doing this now at the camera. Okay, stop playing that noise. Okay, thank you. But yeah, ran that through shimmer, frequency shifted it some more. Now it's this like ringing kind of noise. It's Kai, it's rough doing those anime sounds because it's very hit or miss. So it's just give yourself like an hour or so and just go to town. Like don't even care about what sounds good or what doesn't sound good. Just go nuts with the frequency shifting and whatever you want to do, and you'll find a few things that work. Like these explosions came from like a 45-minute jam sesh of just like running things through reverbs and frequency shifting them. And then I was like, oh, wait, that was good. That was good. And I am just recording my output the whole time. So I thankfully had it saved. because you'll never get the same thing twice. You can just like loop the same few sounds and then just tweak your frequency shifting. That's what I do. So I just have like 5 or 6 sounds, and then I just mess with the frequency shifting and add in plugins and just constantly record the output in case something cool happens. Like I have all these noises just from doing that with Vital and a bunch of pitch LFOs. The T came to fight back. Okay. Anyways, tangent finished, kind of. I don't know if it was a tangent or not. It was pertinent. But these 3 sounds here, those really cut through for when the actual pillar kind of comes out of the ground. And really just, if you don't have your volume very high, you'll at least know, oh, that high-pitched ringing, my thing is out. And then same idea for these little sounds. I wanted those to be very audible. Did I put? I didn't. Let me do one of those. There we go. I have a shortcut now to put kilohertz stereo on here, which is free. And you can actually just turn this width down and it makes things mono. Before I was doing the I was telling you about, I was doing the Melda utility thing. This is a lot less steps. With Melda utility, you have to like turn the left and the right to 0 and have to be exactly 0, and it's not that great. With the kilohertz stereo, you just turn the width down, you're done. Yeah, right. It's easier than Melda. Yeah. I was like, I could have sworn that something from kilohertz was like that. And lo and behold, there was. And now I want to buy all the kilohertz stuff because like it's so nice and so Ableton reminiscent. Oh, I'm addicted to Ableton. It's rough. Anyways, the last few layers here. There's this rocks folder here, which is just some like rocks, debris. I don't know why it's playing every time I solo, but there's that. Some gravel that I punched when I was in high school or in college. In college. And yeah, altogether, just some rocky noises. It's not the greatest. It's got some processing on it to make it feel a little better, like some crazy EQ, double lock, decapitator, and then increase the stereo width of it a bit. Panned a few of these left and right. So and then I've rendered it out and pitched it down, and then layered that on top. So altogether, feels a little bigger, ish. I need better rock samples. Like one thing that I've always struggled with is making like rock explosion type things. They never feel natural to me the way that I do them. So if anyone has any tips, let me know. And then I've got this whoosh that I thought was going to be a huge group. So I made a folder for it, but it's just this one layer. And I just cut out sort of the middle part of this whoosh. There's like a little, and then I just cut out that middle part so the transient really comes through, and then the whoosh can kind of finish out. So together, it's like that. Without this whoosh in there, is there a way to disable a clip? Or like disable an item? There's gotta be, right? Item, disable. Item mute. Item properties mute. Item properties toggle mute. Can I add 0? Go to marker 10. Yes, override that mapping. I don't need that. So then if I mute that item. Oh, yes. Nice. Okay, perfect. Figured that one out. This is still going to be very much me figuring out Reaper on these streams. So don't you worry. I know you were scared. Oh, is Eric going to actually know how to use Reaper this time? Absolutely freaking not. No way. Why would I ever? So, but I learned. My brain expanded a bit on that one. So if I mute this, the explosion kind of rocky thing feels a little less full. And then if I re-enable it, there's just a little bit more like low mid content in there that for me feels a lot nicer. It's edging on the side of being messy, um, erring on the side of being messy. Um, but I think it's good. I think it's just enough weight for the explosion to be where I want. If anything, I might actually turn the clip down a dB or so. Cool. And then just for processing on the whole thing, compression, some EQ, and then the compression, decapitator, just for a little bit of some saturation and just to catch a lot of peaks, because I find that decapitator does that pretty well. It's just catching peaks. And then some transient designing, make it feel a little more punchy. But yeah, then all together. It's not my favorite, but with this being in Reaper, I'm trying to give myself a little more slack. So that's where we're at with that. These little ringing noises, I'm actually really happy with though. So let's actually place in the rest of these. That'll be a good way to start this. That one is about there. A little early. A little late. Just a little late, which I think is option this, the nudge. Hold on. Right, or is it control? No. I'll just nudge it like this. All right, see how this sounds. Nudge it to the right a bit. I deselected it. Yeah, I think that should be all right. That's better. Nudge it a little bit more to the left. I like that. Okay, we'll stick with that. Let me see. Nudge. Toggle open close nudge slash set dialog. Nudge items volume by 1 dB. I think I have a smudge in my glasses. I do. I want to nudge it by more than just a sample, which is what this SWS thing is got me going with. Ooh, okay. So I think I want nudge right by last nudge dialog settings to be option period. Yes. And I want this to be option comma. Yes. If I close that. Yeah, okay. That's nudging it by a millisecond. And then if I open this up, I could say nudge by like 100 milliseconds. And then option. Yeah, look at that. Okay, perfect. We'll stick with like 5 milliseconds for now. Yeah, that seems all right. And you know what? I'm gonna go to one, just because I like being that granular. But that's nice because now I can just do that. The next one goes off about there. It's a little early. Moved it earlier. That's pretty much on time. Let's nudge it back a bit. Oops. Think it could go forward. Yeah, that seems all right. This one goes, I think, like 6 times. We have only a couple more of these to do. A little late. Still a little late, I think. I've been doing a lot of this where I'm like matching stuff up to animations. I've been doing a lot of like footsteps and things like that. With some audio implementation work I've been needing to do. And it's weird how early things have to be because of like, I guess like the time it takes for something to reach your brain visually is a lot less. Or like, speed. Oh gosh. Oh, that was a weird burp. What was I saying? Yeah, like the speed of light versus speed of sound kind of thing doesn't quite apply, I think, with headphones and like a computer screen, but um with lining up these sounds, it's a little strange because everything feels like I'm placing it way earlier than it needs to be, but it still looks like it syncs up. This is early though now. That's fine to me. Okay. And also I forgot to mention, yeah, we're doing an earlier stream today. Um so that I can not be late to work. That's sort of the end goal with doing this stream a little earlier. It's only about an hour early. I was a little late to do an hour early because I was playing a video game. As poor of an excuse as that is, I was playing Chicory, and Chicory: A Colorful Tale, great game. Definitely recommend it. I think the thing goes away after this. Yeah, it does. So we need a sound for that. And he casts another one. Oh, he casts another one. Oh, he casts another one. Oh, God. Okay. We won't do the other cast. I'll do that on my own time. That's like simple stuff that's just a little time consuming. So why don't we just use this same sound? Like, let's just copy paste this track. And we'll see. This thing disappears about there. Starts to disappear about here. I think we could honestly just pitch this down, right? Let's turn that off. Probably change that fade to be something like that, right? Probably do something a little quicker. Yeah, like that. almost that. Um, and then I kind of want to automate the shift value of the frequency shifter to go down. Not that much. Maybe up. Sounds so weird. What if I add in another node and I just do one of these? I'm gonna undo all of that. How can I get this to sound the way I want it to? Let's add in another shimmer. Why don't we? And then something like that. And then let's bounce that to a new track. It'll take a second. We have a little beep, one of these. I wish though it didn't like make it the entire length of the project, but that's fine. Get rid of that track because we don't need it anymore. We can squish this a bit, right? Let's change that fade again. Change that fade to like something like that. Stretch that out maybe. And then let's frequency shift it again. I think that'll be good. Could add some feedback to it. I do like that you can add feedback to it. It's kind of a cool knob they have on there. Let's make this fade in a little more. That. Cool. And I'm going to actually duplicate this and pitch this up by like an octave. Then together, let's see, can we make this a little nicer? Let's try something like this. Make this fade something like that. Yeah. And let's do like this kind of fade and stagger him a little bit. Maybe we increase the frequency shifting on this. I just want a little bit of sparkle in there. Okay. Now the question is, do we want something impactful on there? Because like in my mind, I can kind of hear like a little puff, like a little as it disappears. But the screen shake is definitely just because of the other one coming down or coming out. So I think it just fades out, which I think is fine. I don't think it needs to have anything transient to it, just from purely like a game and mix kind of standpoints. Um, Next up is going to be, I think, the robot. So let's close this up. Let's make a new track, a new folder. Call this robot. Let's add like a million tracks to this. Let's start working on this robot. So the beginning of the robot, I know, like they walk over here. Oh, we need to pan those, don't we? Let's do that first. So let's um the pan post effects. Let's see. I wish I could scrub through. I can with middle mouse. So like that kind of pans to the right a bit. It's command, right? Right. Ah, so up is left, so down is right. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Not that much to the right. And then, well, honestly, let's see. It gets fully right about here. We can just drag this like that. Maybe not like that much. Let's do it like that. Oh, hold on. What happened? Here we go. So he kind of turns the camera about here. And it's about here-ish. So that'd be like 50-ish% right, I think. Yeah. Okay, that works. And I'm gonna turn down the width of it a bit more, just so it's a little more concentrated. Actually, let's automate the width. So kilohertz width. There we go. So I want the width to be about here. I'll make it more mono. Like 2% is fine. Just so it's less spread. I do this I did this with Wise in my Unreal project. The spread of something or the width of something or its stereo width, whatever you want to call it. Um, I know in Wise it's called spread, but you can automate that so that it's sorry. You can automate that so it's zero. It's like a singular sound. Imagine this is your sound width going open to closed. So it's at zero when it's far away so that you can actually spatialize it around you. But then when it gets close, you can open it up a bit and have it be completely surrounding you. These are such weird visuals for what this means, but or for what I'm explaining. But you have your sound when it's close to you, you can have it envelop you and have the spread at 100%. You don't have to worry about spatialization because if it's here or if it's here or if it's over here or like over here or here, you can still have it covering your head. Um, it sounds like it's right next to you pretty much. But then as soon as it gets far away, you can make it more singular and actually spatialize it and not have to worry about it being like here or like here or something like this where it's like, it's a little weird, right? You can just have it right here and you know it's right in this point. So that's sort of what I'm aiming to do with the kilohertz width right here. I might actually turn the width up a bit. That feels natural. Okay. Hmm. We need that to be to the right as well. Let's do 50% right on that. We could probably do like 40. Yeah, that feels a little, well, let's do like 45. Yeah, okay, I like that more. Cool. I think then that's it for the pillar. Now we can move on to the robot. And I think, see, it's 12. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bathroom break really fast. Bathroom break. Bathroom break. Um, so I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll start up with the robot next. I have some, I have some source recordings I can show you, and you can get started on that. So I'll see you all in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Let me sit down all cross-legged. Perfect. I refilled on water. So if you have any more hydrates that you're willing to toss out there, by all means, go for it. Because I finished my tea. Just cleaning a little bit. Okay, so robot is gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard because I have no like earthly idea how I'm gonna start on this robot. Let me mute the pillar really fast. So pillar comes down, walks over. There's that little spark for the robot actually activating. Like it goes ping, and then he swings at the robot to try and like activate it. But I'm assuming the little spark in its eye means that it's activated. It activates and does nothing for a little bit, and then it gets up. It's like shoulders. Here, let's make this bigger. I'm like trying to see what does this thing freaking do? So we have the spark. Bing. Then its shoulders do a thing. It sort of jiggles around. It goes gung gung. And then like slams its fist together and starts attacking. So what we need to do is figure out how to assign sound to this. I guess what I need to do. You guys can just sit and watch. um, I do have some source recordings that I have over here, which are just some mechanical things that I recorded. So like this, I think is some contact mic stuff.
Okay, contact microphone,
Yes, of
mechanical shit around my house.
course. So I think this is like my TV. I think that was like the humming of my TV or my computer. This will be good. Whatever this is. This will be good. We can have like that ramp up in pitch almost with some pitch shifting. Just have it go like. You can use repitch, which I've not used yet. We've got multiple clips of this. Seems like. You just crank those. Nice. Okay. See what this is. I think this is just me deciding what to put it on next. Whatever this was good. That was my PS4. I remember now. Okay. That was me turning on my PS4. Yeah, that'll be great. Okay. I knew that was a good thing to record. You can kind of hear my thumb on it, just kind of like, because that's my bones making like small vibrations onto the contact mic. Because I don't have a good enough contact mic that has replaceable adhesive. So I've just used the same contact mic for everything. It's like a cheap $10 one that you just stick on like an instrument and it works. Like don't get me wrong, it's a workable contact mic. It just I have to hold it down in my hand since I've stuck it on so many things, and by so many things I mean like three things. Um, I have an extra one in case I really need to use it, but I didn't want to just waste it, right? So you work with what you can. I think the next microphone purchase I would want to make is a good contact one because they're super useful and something that either has replaceable adhesive or sticks to things much more nicely, like a geophone or something like that. Or geophones are more like low frequency contact mics, anyways. Whatever. We have this now, which sounds pretty decent. I don't know what that is. We can just get rid of it. We can use that. I think this is my TV. Or it's just nothing. Yeah, I think that's just nothing. Let's see, what else? Oh, so this is my fridge. Okay, nice. My fridge, when you switch it to like dispense ice, um, it makes this like mechanical like kind of sound. That thing. Those beeps might be good. That'll be good. That could be okay. It's not a great noise. That's a good one though. This is me just like adjusting my hand, I'm sure. Oh, that's a good one. I don't know what I could use that for. But I could use it for something. And then I recorded the ice, which that's okay. I don't think I'll use that. What is this? Yeah, I think so. Like these things are like what we're gonna want, I think. It's rough because the mic is so mid frequency heavy. We're gonna have to do some magic to get things sounding good. Um, but other things that I recorded were, I believe, this is just ice again. Maybe it would be helpful. I had it, so I might as well have just recorded it. This is my fridge. I think this is like the freezer. Which could be good for some like kind of stuff. And I needed some more mechanical stuff, so I think I recorded my drill. It's crazy how like airy the drills are. You can just hear a lot of like in the 2K range. And so this is stuff we can like pitch up and down. I think I want to use one of those beeps for the start. The like beep beep. Yeah, like that. Or well, let's see. Can I get just those beeps? I can probably just copy paste this beep. Cool. So we've got the beep from the fridge. We can use that for our little robot man. About here. So let's actually just use one. Let's stretch this out and see what it sounds like. Okay. Then let's run some reverb into it. Now, what kind of reverb? I want like a metallic reverb. Let's do Phoenix verb. See if there's effect. Inverse plate. Let's do a narrow inverse plate. Sure, that works. And then I want to compress that. So let's add Devilock. Let's add Kiloheart Stereo. Yeah, mono. And then let's add a frequency shifter from Melda. And then let's automate that. So frequency shifter from Melda, the shift. There we go. Automating stuff is so weird in Reaper. So much easier in Ableton. I don't know what that click is. I guess it's from the frequency shifter. That kind of works. Kind of want to do one of these. Why does it click like that though? Modulate this parameter. Okay. I hate that it clicks like that. Why? Why would it do that? Why would it click like that? Um, I don't want to launch Reaper. I want to go to Chrome. Reaper, click with automation. Click sound. I don't want a metronome. What do you mean? Automating the volume using a plugin. Some volumes don't like being automated. Um, how about pop sound with automation? That's a good word. Audio device buffer settings? Maybe. Also, a pet peeve of mine, people that used ellipses instead of commas, please use a comma. Nothing, no other hill I'll die on than that one. It's always so weirdly aggressive. Let's see, what is my audio stuff at? Buffering. You know what? I think it's just maybe it doesn't like being automated like that. Oh, so weird. Okay, let me just get rid of this automation. This pre-filtering? Is that what that means? I want to delete this automation now. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me fade it in a bit. And let me try automating it one more time. And we'll start like up here, move it down just a smidge. Okay. Do Devil Lock after all of that. Okay, well, that's hurting my ears. I'm gonna bounce that. God, I wish I could just bounce the one section of it instead of the whole stem. I'm sure there's a way. Okay. Then I don't want this track anymore. Okay. Let's see. It stops about there. Oops. There we go. Fade that out. Zoom out a bit. And I kind of want to stretch this. Turn that off. Maybe not that much. I'm gonna just EQ out those super highs because it's just painful. I don't want to change the resonance. That, yeah. That's what I wanted. Okay. What if I... Something like that? This isn't quite working. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong hotkeys. Um, what? I think that curve. And then, what if I put repitch on this? I just can't figure this one out. I just want to get rid of it and start all over. Let's use one of these. Yeah, let's try one of those. Turn that off. I think something around here was good. Yeah, let's use that one. That kind of stuff. About there. We can add in some mechanical stuff in there as well. But let's fade that out a little. Let's add a little reverb. I think I want to do Phoenix Verb again, but nothing weird with it. think I just want like a small light plate. Now we'll automate the mix to come in a bit there. Not what I wanted. Still not really what I wanted. Let's do something like this. Oh, this is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. Reaper. Oh, this is one of those moments where I'm like, I want to just quit and go to Ableton. Oh, Reaper. Reaper, Reaper, Reaper. Please just stop. I now hate, I think, automating in Reaper. I think I want this down. Like I have a reverb in my mind that I could make with Ableton's reverb immediately. But using Phoenix Verb is so strange to me. Not really strange. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. Nice. Yes, that is what I want. Let's compress that with, what is recomp like? These interfaces for these Reaper plugins make me want to vomit. I'm sorry, but like, it kind of hurts. And the ratio up a bit. Classic attack, sure. What is weird knee? What makes a knee weird for a compressor? Where's the input? Can I crank the input? Is that not a thing? Okay, sorry, recomp, you had your chance. Melda's compressor. Still don't really quite like it. About there's fine. Okay. So we have that. Is there a way I can like minimize this automation lane? Just don't want to like see it visible. There we go. I still kind of want it visible. Hide all. How do I know if there's something automated on this though? I'll just leave it. It's fine. Let's grab the drill recording. Sorry, I'm getting like mildly frustrated. Let's grab this part of it. What are these sounds? That's the battery, okay. Okay. Um let's toss this on here. I mean, getting mildly frustrated at Reaper is like part of the process for what I'm trying to achieve with this. So it's totally fine. Let's frequency shift that with M frequency shifter. Automate that shift. Automate that shift. To go up. I do it like this. That's cool. Okay, if you're still watching, use a drill. Got some cool tones that it gets out of it. I do one of these. What if I try it low? Let's try that. Oh, and if I move this clip, it's not gonna move the automation, is it? It is. Oh, thank goodness. Why does it sound like that now? God, the timbre of that changed. I don't know why. Okay, and then I just want this to like fade in. Until the first like shoulder kind of clunks out, which is about there. It's like it's like maybe we have a quick fade in. It's like something like that. Let's add in repitch. Unfortunately. And I guess not unfortunately. Because like this is a fine pitch shifter. I like that it doesn't add a million seconds of input delay. Or it destroys my computer like little altar boy does. I think I'm just salty at the moment. Let's do shift semitones full range. And then let's do something like this. Yeah, I think that works. We're gonna need to spice these up for sure. Oh, oh God. Oh my God. Okay. My brain is just like, do it in Ableton, do it in Ableton, do it in Ableton. But I gotta learn. I have to learn. Um, let's grab in machine sounds. Yeah, one of these. This is like a little wind up toy that I have. I think I actually have on the shelf over there somewhere. Yeah, it's in that top, I guess for you, this shelf right here. Um, the top left one for you. And it's all the way in the back so you can't see it, but it's a little wind up bunny. Very cute. I got it for Easter. And at first I was like, what am I gonna do with a wind up toy? And then I thought about it for a second and I'm like, what can't I do with this wind up toy? Because this is sounds great. We're gonna have a little like kind of sound in there. Probably will want to cut it off a little sooner than that. And then let's frequency shift this. It's weird because this frequency shifter does not work the same way as like the Ableton one does. And it kind of makes me want to get the kilohertz frequency shifter. Because like how much is that? I'm not gonna buy it on stream, but like gotta know. Products. Frequency shifter. Only $20. Only $20. It's only $20. There's a sale going on. Subscribe now. $10 a month for all their stuff. Or $500 for everything. Disperser's only $30 right now. That's not bad. Your comb filter's only 10. This is bad. This is really bad. I shouldn't be looking at this. Oh no, I should not be looking at this at all. I think I will wait. Do I not have their limiter? Must. I must have their limiter. Like, yeah, I do. Okay, sick. The only thing that I bought from them is this nonlinear filter, which is so fun. It's so good. You just crank this drive and it makes the filter all funny. So much fun. Um, let's try repitch again. I actually like that. Let's duplicate that. And on track 40 is what this is on now? Okay. Ah, here we go. Let's get rid of that one. I like that. I am gonna normalize these. Whoopsie. Or just bring them up by a bunch. And then we need like a kind of sound. Um, let's go grab that fridge recording. Which I think is like this stuff. like that, and I like this. Let's grab this. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Drop that there. Oops. Other thing was this. I need to get a better scroll wheel. This scroll wheel is gonna be destroyed in like 2 months if I keep using Reaper like this. This is like the third car, by the way, that I've seen out my window that's driven backwards down our one-way street, but like facing the right way. People do that all the time. We have like such a non-busy street that people will pull up, turn around, and then just go backwards down our street. I don't understand why. Just like go around the block. This sound, I think I want to pitch up. It's that. What did I set? Toggle, take, preserve pitch is Shift P. Okay. So then now I can I forgot that I set something for that. This needs to be louder. Okay, I like that more. It's not very metallic, but we can make it metallic. The city's doing something and has a street blocked, so cars can't come from that end of the block. That makes sense, Dad. Okay, I'm less mad about it now. People still do it though. People still do it when there's nothing blocked, but good to know there's at least a reason for it today. Okay. I'm trying to think about what else this sound needs. Metallic stuff, right? Yes. Look at all these noises. Let's use one of those. These are really nice for good mechanical clicky noises. This I might pitch up as well. Never mind. It's gonna go back down. Let's scooch this like there. Where's metal sounds? There it is. Yeah, so let's do something like that. Something nice and rattly. I think I'd rather this be the ending hit though. Have this like little squeaky thing come in here. I hate this like maroon color. Let's just recolor those really fast. Bring the volume up on that. EQ out the lows on that really fast. Thing with this. Oopsie. I want that on this track instead. And let's find some more metallic-y, clangy type noises. Yeah, these will be good. Let's just do like, oopsie, something like that. Let's try it. There's like something really rattly for that first hit, just so it comes off as metallic. There's got to be some steam coming off of this, right? That's got to be something in there. You can't not have a big steampunk robot and not have it go psst whenever things open up. Yes, they do. I just read that. The cars do drive like that. Um, let's add in some steam really fast. Let's change that fade to be more natural feeling. Yeah, I like that. Cool. We'll add an EQ to get rid of some of those lower frequencies. And actually add a little bit of Phoenix Verb on that as well. Just to really air it out a bit. Make it feel a bit more spread out. Cool. That works for me. I like hate it right now, but I'll fix it. I'll get it going. I mean, first try is never going to be the best. It is 1 o'clock. So that's my cutoff. My brain's a little fried, like a little just destroyed. Um, from trying to use Reaper for like 2 hours. And it's sounding okay. Like I do like how this turned out. Kind of. Oh, you do not understand the urge I just had to delete this entire folder. Um, God, that was bad for a second there. I really wanted to just nuke the whole thing. Um, yeah, it's okay so far. Maybe I gotta take a break and listen to it again. I'll probably fiddle with this throughout the week as well. Um, Reaper is hard. This is hard. This is really difficult. Um, Mechanical sounds as well is never something I've been really good at. So I guess doing something like this is a bit too challenging for using a new DAW. I should have just made like a gunshot or something. Something I actually know how to make. Um, I can see why people use libraries now. Using Reaper. I just pulling from a library sounds a lot better than like trying to actually design the sounds in Reaper themselves or itself. Uh, Maybe I'll spend the week finding some good mechanical sounds and things like that. That might be a good way to work on this without actually working on it, you know? Um, I'll find some stuff. But that's enough rambling. It's been about 2 hours. I'll be back next week working on this some more. I'm going to try and start at 11 CST Central Time um, instead of 12 because 12 cuts it a bit close for me in my schedule. I've been having some free time lately. I don't think I will this week to stream again. Um, we'll see. If I do stream again, it may not be this. It may just be something else. Um, yeah, yeah. I think it might be something else. I don't know. Maybe it will be this. Or it might still be in Reaper. We'll find out. If I stream again, you'll know. You'll get a notification. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go get ready for work. Thank you so much for everyone who came out today. Really appreciate it. If you were here, messed up the outro. If you're here for a few seconds, a few minutes, or even the whole time, really appreciate it. I will be back next week on Monday. I believe. I think. If I'm not, I'll stream on Tuesday because I might be out of town. Dad, you can double check me on that if we're gonna be back by Monday or not. Um, if we are back by Monday, I'll probably stream. If we aren't, then I probably won't. Yeah, that's sort of it. We'll keep working on this. I know it's, well, this is just me talking to myself. It's frustrating. This isn't turning out very well. Um, but I also kind of want to just show that to people. Be like, yeah, it's, being bad ain't too bad. It's just part of the process. And like, I've got 3 years of sound design experience, and I'm starting fresh in a new DAW, and I feel like a baby. I'm not like putting things in and being super fast. So it takes time. Uh, and that time is frustrating, but is worth it. So this is my representation, I guess, of that to anyone who needs it. Cool. I'll end it off there. Thanks so much, everyone. And I will see you all next time. Bye.